You're listening to the Magnetic Boss Podcast. I'm your host, Calandra Martin, intuitive brand designer for spiritual entrepreneurs. The Magnetic Boss Podcast is where visionaries come together to openly share wisdom and authentic conversations. I know that you are ready to leave your legacy in the world and become sought out in your industry. I also know that you are sick and tired of getting overlooked. You're ready to have a magnetic business. I'm here to help you create your magnetic brand. It's my mission to help you show up confidently with a professional, irresistible online presence. If you're in this for the long game and all in on the big vision you have for your business, let's dive in. On today's episode, I am joined once again by the incredible Jenn for another episode in our Human Design series. On the podcast, we are sharing human design insights with you to help you align with your brand. And on today's episode, we're sharing two incredible opportunities for you to immerse yourself in this work. So make sure to check the episode show notes and tune in for the full episode so that you can join us both in the free Align to Six Figures Challenge and into the Creatrix Mastermind. Enrollment is now open, and this is your invitation to join us. Jenn, welcome back to the Magnetic Boss Podcast. We're coming today with another episode in our Human Design series. This series has been so fun for us to map out and plan together, and this episode in particular, I'm really excited for the listeners of the podcast to dive into because, yes, we're going to be sharing an opportunity to work with us and also a free way for you to get a taste of this important work. But I know that there's going to be some like golden nuggets and things that people will take away from just this conversation that is going to create shifts in their business. So we want to come in today and talk about the Align to Six Figures free challenge that we recently hosted. Jenn, I know that we're both on cloud nine, and it has been some time at the time that we're recording this episode since we have hosted the challenge, but we're still in such a strong, potent energy from this experience, and we want to share that with you. So can you tell me a little bit about your perspective of what this challenge opened up for people?
Yeah, I am still thinking about this challenge because it was so great to have these 5 days, to have it really broken up, really digestible, to tap into your unique, authentic energy, to align with your human design, and then bring it into your branding. And I know for me personally, I had a little bit of a rebrand moment during that time because I was like, oh, my values have shifted. Now they are, these three at this next level. So, especially in the season that we're in, right? Mercury's in retrograde, Venus is in retrograde, Neptune just hit Aries, like holy Pisces, Aries energy. We're in this new year, spring is here. And I am hearing everyone talk about an authentic brand, authenticity, and this free challenge. I just can't get over the value and how it's free. Right, is a great first step, especially if you don't know where to go, if you're not ready to invest in anything, or maybe you're just getting to know Calandra and I, and you're wanting a taste. Like, this is the time for this free challenge because just aligning with your energy is a huge step forward in creating your authentic brand.
Yeah, I love that so much. I think that there were so many different takeaways in different aspects for people with the challenge when we ran it live. And so for those of you listening, if you're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? This 5-day challenge is now available for instant access. You can get access to all 5 days sent to your inbox. We've turned this into an evergreen style course, a mini challenge for you to get access to, and it leads to the mastermind. This challenge is, yes, aligning to six figures. Jenn speaks to the alignment, but we're also helping you uncover the strategies and the clarity that is going to help you build consistency and sustainable growth. Because when you have an aligned brand and you are navigating your business in this lens of does this align with what I'm here to do, what I'm here to create, the legacy that I'm here to leave on the world? And you really understand the structure of that, but also the energetics of that, it really opens up those doors. So that's what we put together in the 5 days. And we covered so much in such a short period of time that really, yes, gives you so much to run with if you're not ready to make an investment. But I've also seen the feedback coming in from women that took this challenge that were blown away with the value that we're also sharing in the mastermind experience. So in day one of the challenge, one of the things that we're talking about is understanding the power of alignment between branding and human design. Jen, do you want to speak to that a little bit? Because I know alignment is really something that has helped you in your business, that is helping your clients in their businesses, and then tying that together with branding, because I think a lot of people in business will just go to the energetics, right? They'll just seek out the mindset work or they'll just focus on the strategies. But we have created this beautiful synergy between branding and alignment and human design that opens up so many doors.
Yeah, and before I answer that, I just want to say, this challenge is really easily digestible because there's the workbook, right? My outer vision cognition loves a good visual and a good workbook to see it all laid out to follow along. And each day, the recording is only max half an hour. So this is not a big time investment. So, with the alignment and the energetics that I speak to with human design, it's really about understanding your human design type. We keep it really basic, really intro, because that's where so much potent power is. Just understanding, like for me, I'm a projector energy type. So, really understanding what that energy means, what I am here to do, the gifts that I have, the strategy to implement within life and business, and also to honor the spectrum of alignment, right? When I am in alignment and I'm feeling good, when I am feeling into things in my business and I feel success, right? That's my signature theme. That lets me know, okay, we're good to go. When there's bitterness or it doesn't feel good, anything towards bitterness, right? That's another indicator that I am out of alignment. My business is out of alignment. I am likely to not succeed. And there's another way to do something so that I can find success. So, speaking to all five energy types within that day is really, really helpful for foundational energetics to bring into your business.
Mm. Yeah, and I think that what is so helpful with this challenge is alignment can be a bit of a fluffy word, right? Like you said it yourself, everybody is looking for alignment. Everybody's using the word alignment. And I almost had hesitation of us using that word in the challenge because it can feel a little bit like intangible. But what I love about the way that we've structured the challenge and the way that we are walking women through this experience in the mastermind is that it's giving you tangible ways to look at whether or not what you're doing in your business is working or not working, and how to shift yourself into finding that embodiment that creates results and finding success that actually feels good and is sustainable. So day one is all about really understanding what that looks like, what alignment truly means, because it can sound really great, but to know what kind of weight that holds in your business is so, it opens so many doors for you to be able to look at what is actually possible for you this year, next year, and the next 5 to 10 years of your business, and then the longevity of your business. Because ultimately, what we really want for women is to be able to create businesses that stand the test of time, that feel really good for years and years to come, and that help them build success generations to come. So in day two, go ahead, Jen. I can see you want to jump in.
Yeah, I just want to say, even if you've been in your business for a long time, 2025 is a year of change. Like we are all up leveling, shifting, coming into our own. So this is a really great challenge to do for yourself, even if you have a solid brand and a solid foundation, because chances are with everything shifting, you need to shift a little to be in ultimate alignment. So just to say that really every woman needs to hop into this challenge.
Absolutely. I'm glad you spoke to that because what I always say with branding in particular is yes, you can have your brand established, but your evolution is inevitable. Like we are human beings. We don't just like arrive at a destination and then, okay, we're done. Like we've created it, we've done the thing, put it on the shelf, think about it later. Like you're always going to be tapping into where am I at in my business? Where am I going? What ceilings have I reached? And how am I going to surpass those and get to the next level? And so, with the challenge and with the mastermind, we really wanted to create a space and an opportunity for you at whatever level that you're at, whether you are just starting your business or you are a high level entrepreneur already, you're established already. We all reach those plateaus. Jen and I can speak to that in our own businesses. And this is what is going to help you really navigate that, which brings me to day two. We talk about navigating the common branding missteps, things that you're overlooking because you're in it, right? And that's not to say like, oh, you're doing this wrong or you're messing this up. But when it comes to branding in particular, because it's so close to us, it is really easy for us to throw ourselves out of alignment because we get stuck in the day to day. We get stuck in maintaining our clients and looking at our calendars and wearing all of the hats that we have as business owners. So, this is a really great opportunity in day two to look at the big picture of your brand and to understand what needs to shift or what is working really well that you can amplify and create better momentum with. And then in day three, we are really leaning into crafting your signature brand story, which is such a fun cornerstone process of your brand. And as we've said, like you're going to evolve. Your brand story might change. Your new levels are going to create new stories within your brand. And that is where you're going to shift your messaging with your audience. And that's something that I speak to in the mastermind very intentionally because you can have a beautiful curated brand. You can go on Pinterest and find something that looks really nice, but we need to bridge the gap between what looks really pretty and what actually resonates with your audience. And the thing that sets you apart in your business is going to be your brand story and your messaging, and pairing that intentionally with your design and who you are as a person and your unique essence. Do you want to speak to that a little bit, Jen?
Yeah, I love day three. This was when I did look at my own values and was like, my brand has really evolved. And it certainly has over what the 5 years that you and I have been working on my brand. So it was just great to reevaluate, to look at my messaging and how it connects with the values and where I'm needing to shift and evolve, and that's okay. And it helps my brand align even more, right? Be more authentic, embody that, and call in the success and abundance.
Yeah, and I really love, and so in day four, you talk about understanding your human design and your business blueprint through human design. But what I think is really important with this is that it is giving you clarity on the nuances of branding. A lot of my clients and the women in my audience get hung up on what branding actually means, right? Because when we think of branding, a lot of people are like, oh, my logo, my colors, and the pretty things. And that is true. But what we created in the challenge and also in the mastermind, where we dive so much deeper on some of these topics, is that there are ways to find clarity in the nuances, and there are ways to really understand your energetic blueprint and the way that you show up and your unique strategy. And like Jen said, your self and not self theme, your signature themes, your authority, like all of those things are really just the framework that's going to help you understand your brand on a really tangible level and not just a copy and paste strategy that maybe somebody else put together that worked really well for them.
Yeah, and this is the age of authentic branding, right? We are moving into this new paradigm where you have to be yourself. You need to decondition. You need to embody your truth, your purpose, your gifts. And when you're not, it translates, especially online. People are starting to be able to see through that, to see the cookie cutter, to see the copy and paste, to see the inauthenticity, to see the traumas that you have not yet healed and are blatantly coming through your branding, even though you're completely unaware of it. So, this is why I love day 4, of course, speaking to human design, because it's within these energetics that you get to embody the truth of who you are. And that just naturally and genuinely comes through your branding, right? We are our brand. So, to be in alignment in all of the simple ways that I walk you through on day 4 really helps bring out this new you, this new aligned branding.
Yeah. Something that just came through for me that I want to speak to also is, and one of the reasons that we created the mastermind is that you can do this work independently, but there are going to be things that you come across in your business and in this inner work that you're doing that are going to stop you in your tracks, leave you in analysis paralysis, or have you procrastinating because you're avoiding it, right? And like I've seen this, we've done this ourselves in our
Yep.
businesses.
Yep.
One thing that came to mind when you were speaking was this fear of visibility that a lot of women have when we are creating our brands. Yes, your brand is you, and that can be kind of scary. It can be really scary, especially depending on what your life experience has been like and what conditioning you have. And what I love about the mastermind and the container that we are creating in this space is that the women that are stepping into this space are coming together in community with us as, yes, the leaders, but also in community with each other. And it is a safe space that allows us to really step into navigating this growth and stepping into our bold branding because it can be daunting, right? To think, okay, I'm, going to get visible or I'm ready to make sales. Like there's a lot of fear that can come up in that. And what I love about the work that you do, Jen, with the alignment is really helping women understand how to go about that in a way that actually genuinely feels good for them.
Yeah, and especially with projectors, right? Our signature theme is success, yet we all really kind of have a fear of success. So we're aiming for alignment, we're aiming for success. We want it. We're, investing in all these different ways in our success, yet we're holding ourselves back because we're not allowing our vibration to match that because of that fear of visibility, that fear of success. And I myself have gone through it. So I really love what we've created in this mastermind because, especially again, projectors, we learn by what we are, but also by what we're not. So a group container is amazing to be with other types and to have myself guiding you, projector, guide, seer, and an amazing manifesting generator who specializes in branding, right? To have access to the both of us in this safe container is such value.
Just, yeah, it's so incredible. So we've been working on these collaborations this year. Like 2025 was the year where we were like, okay, now is the time. We have been sitting on this for so long and the stars aligned and everything aligned. And we have these containers now to support women. The first one that we launched this year is Soul Signature, which is specifically for projectors. But this mastermind that we're speaking to, this is a 12-month experience. It is open to all human design types. So whether you are a Mani-Gen, a projector, a manifester, a generator, or a reflector, am I getting everybody? Jen's a human design expert, not me. Look at me go. I'm so proud of myself.
You've learned so well.
No matter what energy type you are, this is a space where you can really be committed to your growth and committed to, yes, looking at the mindset, but also taking the aligned action in your business so that you can allow yourself to embrace your unique gifts and create the leaps forward in your business that you're deeply craving. Because I think what this year holds for many of us is this idea of endless possibility, right? Like this is the year where we're stepping into what is possible, not what is probable. One of my favorite mentors says this all the time. It's not what is probable, it is what is possible that you are calling in because it might seem absurd to you or to other people. But if you have the idea and you have the craving and knowing that that's what you want, then yes, of course it is attainable for you. And this is the container where we're working through that. So, this year-long container, we are structuring it in a way that it is surround sound support in so many different ways. And this container has the monthly calls. I'm going to go through, like, rattle off of the things that it includes. As the monthly calls, we're bringing in group experts as well, guest experts that are going to speak to what the women in this container actually need and want. So if you are looking for support in financing, if you are looking for support in whatever it is, we're going to find the best people to bring into this space. We're going to have a private community outside of Facebook, I should mention, that is for real-time connection, for asking questions, for sharing support, for sharing your celebrations, which is where the community really comes in. And I think that that's one of my favorite parts of this container is, yes, we're giving you tangible resources, we're teaching you, we're mentoring you, but the space that is created with the women that are in this space is really the highest value of what this container is opening up for people.
Yeah, and I think the other part that I'm really excited about is that this community, this container also houses all the courses that we've created. So not only are you getting like the value of the mastermind, you are getting my deconditioning course called the Alignment Portal. I will be adding, of course, more throughout the year and depending what everybody needs, right? Hosting different master classes and things that everyone will have access to, recordings of the workshops that I have done so that you can understand human design, understand your authority, all these different aspects that you might be yearning for more information or more guidance on embodying.
Yeah, the resources. So there will be a resource portal. And like Jen said, we're adding all of our courses, all of our resources that we've created. And I personally, over the years, have like created dozens, dozens of workshops and guides and downloadable PDFs and like everything that you could possibly need in your business when it comes to branding and marketing. So that in itself is worth the investment and then some. And we are going to be continuing to add to that because what I really love about this space as well is that we're curating it for the women that are stepping into this container. So I should mention there are 10 spots open for the entire year. We're capping it at 10 because it is designed to be a very tight knit experience. We want to be able to give you that high touch support. We want to know your business. We want to understand your human design and really know how we can help you through that. And then we're going to have those monthly calls where you can get time with us and with the community to speak and to be heard and to be seen and to be understood. And that is why we're really maxing this out at 10 spots because yes, you can run with all of these resources, but you're also going to get that hand holding and that support that, if I dare say one-on-one, even though it won't be one-on-one, community and container for being able to be held and taking those next steps in your business.
Yeah, it's super, super exciting.
Yes. And then I didn't even speak to the bonuses, but we are also doing co-working sessions, monthly co-working sessions. This is for holding you accountable, helping you set up dedicated time in your business to implement the things that you say you want to be working on. I know for me, I'm somebody who loves to like go to the coffee shop and work. If you ever see me working, you know that like I'm in the coffee shop, I'm working. I like to be in the energy of other people. Um, and so having a virtual co-working space where you can be off camera if you want, have your laptop open, grab your favorite drink, and be working on the thing that you say that you're going to work on for the next hour, focused hour of time is going to be so fun and so valuable to see the progress that you're making and start building that momentum in this space.
And I think this is really valuable for the non-sacrals, for projectors, manifestors, reflectors, because in this virtual space, we get to connect with Calandra's Manny Jen energy. And let me tell you, just from connecting with her in Voxer over the years to tap into her energy, this can be extremely helpful for getting shit done. Like you will get it done.
Yes. One of my favorite things about our relationship, Jen, is when you pop into Voxer and you're like, hey, can I borrow your energy today?
I just need a little pick me up. I don't need another cup of coffee. Like, no, I just need a little touch point to have a little to get through what I need to get through.
Yeah, it's like your little shot of espresso. I'm your little shot
Yes.
of espresso.
Yes. Everybody, especially every non-sacral, needs a little Manny Jen shot.
Yes. And then on the flip side of that, every Manny Jen needs somebody like Jen, a projector who is very grounded and can think systems and organization and making sense of the chaos that happens in our brains. So, yes, you will get the co-working experiences with us, which is going to be so fun. I'll be hosting those on um, the monthly calendar. So, we will be releasing the calendar every quarter. Jen and I have spoken about this and making sure that it works with both of our schedules because this is a year-long experience. There will be some shifts in when those calls are happening, but if you can't make them live, we'll always be sharing replays with you as well so that you can have access to that energy and to tap in. And we will also have the community group for you to be asking questions and getting support in too. So one thing that I want to speak to is the time commitment because I think a lot of people in their businesses are busy, right? Like I know I'm personally busy. We're working on trying to find a nanny replacement right now. I get like 4 hours of dedicated time a week to work, which is not a lot, right? So I just want to speak to this container because it is really built to suit your schedule. Yes, there will be calls in the calendar that you can plan your month around, but this is something where you can submerge yourself into the experience as much or as little as you need to. Take it when you need it, right? Tap into that energy, tap into those resources when you need them, and really set yourself up for success in having this container to anchor into the momentum that you're trying to build this year.
And I think that's what makes this container great for all energy types. Because if you are a generator, a Manny Gen, and you're like, I just want to dive in and binge all of these courses, do all the things, learn all the things, go 1 month hard, and then kind of like dip out for a few months, especially if you're a two line, that works. And you can do that. If you're someone more like me who's like, I just need the in person things, chances are I'm not going to watch and digest those recordings. Tell me to watch one module and I will when I need it. But otherwise, I'm going to show up for every single call on the calendar and be there live. That works too. And anywhere in between, and any way that you work well, this container, this mastermind is really suited for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that that is my favorite part of this mastermind. It is suited for you where you're at. It's meant to meet you where you're at, and it's going to help bring you to that next level to be creating the lasting impact through your work that is divinely led, that is soul led, that is really anchored into who you are and what you're here to do and what you're meant to do in this world. And we are merely the mentors and the guides and the support system along the way to hold the space for you to be able to do that. Because I think with the coaching space, the online industry, something that a lot of people come up against is they create this, and I've spoken to this recently on another podcast, they create this codependency on their mentors, right? Like they can't be in their business with other mentors. They need that feedback. And I think that that's great to a certain extent, but we really want you to be able to step into this container, do the work in finding alignment in your business, in your brand, in your energy, and then be able to embody that. And we'll be here when we need to help you, yes, but you have the magic within you. And it's our job to help you find that, see that, and know how to work with it really effectively.
Yeah, and bring it into your business for wild success. Like that's what we want for you.
Yes. So, for those of you that are listening to this episode and you're like, hell yeah, sign me up. I'm all in. Like, I'm so ready to get this personalized attention, the support, all of the extras and the bonuses and the features of this experience, the pay in full investment for the mastermind is literally going to knock your socks off. We had somebody in the Align to Six Figures challenge be like, this is bananas. Like, I forget what her exact wording was, but she was like, I cannot believe that that's the pricing. Like, I'm figuring out how to get in the doors because holy cow. So, pay in full for the entire year is 4,200. Now, prices next year in 2026 are going to absolutely double, if not triple, because this experience is so curated and so intentional, and the success that women are going to be stepping into in this container is that and then some, right? Like, our goal for you in your business is to create the wild level of success that you have been craving. This investment is going to give you the return on investment tenfold. If you show up, if you implement, if you do the embodiment work and you take the aligned action. Now, it's 4,200 for the full year, but we're breaking it down even more than that to up to 12 monthly installments of 385, which I pay more in like my softwares and booking systems in my business than I would pay for this mastermind, which blows my mind.
Right. And to be in it for the year. And I one thing I do want to speak to is I see some business women wanting fast success. They are in accelerator programs. They are only doing 3 months, maybe 6 months. So I just want to recognize that there can be some fear committing to a whole year. But I hope as you've listened to us thus far, you're seeing all the value. You're seeing how we are going to essentially hold your hand through your evolution, through this year of change into next year, into your next level success, into your deconditioning, alignment, all of these aspects. So, a full year, and especially for this beta price, like, do not let the fears get you down. Like, this is something to commit to now, because next year you might be kicking yourself when you didn't get in on that introductory price.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so glad that you spoke to that because this work is, because it is embodiment work, because there are so many things that you will integrate into your life and into your business and your day to day. It's not quick success, right? Like, it's not, we're not promising you to make six figures overnight or in the next 3 months. Like, that's one, not realistic. And I think a lot of people that are selling things that way are out of integrity, but it's also setting yourself up for burnout and setting yourself up for failure if that is what you're trying to attain. What we're creating in this mastermind and what we want for the women to create in their businesses is that you are creating longevity. You are creating a brand, like I said before, that stands the test of time, that is going to work with you for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years and beyond. So it's not about creating success and creating a funnel and having your ad strategy figured out. It is really about doing that deeper work and leaving behind the ordinary, the things that you're seeing people sharing in the online space that are quick fixes or band-aids to create maybe like a quick win in your business. And it's really allowing you to step into celebrating your vision, amplifying your voice, making sure that every idea that you have and thing that you're implementing in your business is in alignment with your path forward and is going to help you with really being in your essence and in your power in such a aligned way. Alignment, that's the word of 2025.
It really is. I know I keep trying to think of other words to use, but that really just sums it up
I'm
perfectly.
sure we could come up with some synonyms that are like good, but they don't hold the same level of potency.
Right.
So all of that to be said, if you're ready to really step into the extraordinary version of your business and your brand, and you want to redefine what is possible for you, and you're loving Jen and I's energy, and you're loving the idea of what can be created in this container, if you're ready to commit to having support for the next 12 months, we do have spots open in the mastermind. Again, the beta pricing will expire at the end of the year, so 4,200 for the full year will absolutely double next year. And the spots being limited, something that I also want to speak to is that we are working with our one-on-one clients this year in our own businesses. And our high-level one-on-one clients will be getting access to this container as well. So the spots may max out like soon. And I don't want to say that to add like a sense of urgency that is not true, but like it quite literally could book up very soon. So if this is something that is speaking to you and you're not already working with Jen and I and you've wanted to in some capacity, this is a really incredible container to be stepping into.
And now's the time too, right? We just hit Aries season. Spring is here. We are feeling the fire of the season. We are feeling our energy ramping up, right? Don't give into that pressure, but also like get into the mastermind because this is the perfect timing, right? We've kind of timed the launches with the time of year, with the seasons, with the astrology. So to get in the middle of this month when we really start, when Mercury goes direct, is when you're really going to have the clarity, when you're really going to be ready to take action, especially as Mars moves into Leo. Like, talk about more fire, fiery action. Like, we're going to be there to guide you so that you don't burn out.
Yeah, and I there's so much more we could say to this, but I think at the end of the day, our vision for the women stepping into this container is for you to find alignment, find fulfillment, find success, and to do it in a way that doesn't leave you feeling burnt out, that doesn't feeling leave you feeling resentful towards your business. It doesn't require you to burn the candle at both ends. It allows you to step into your power, your essence, what makes you you. And then the rest of it gets to be, dare I say, easy, right? Easeful. You get to step into your business in a way that doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel inauthentic. It doesn't feel like you are putting on some facade. It really is you being who you are and people being magnetized to you and to your business and being ready to knock at your door and sign the contract because of it. And that's what we've seen in our own businesses, and that's what we've seen in our clients' businesses. And to be able to share that with the women in this space just gets me so jazzed.
And that right there is alignment.
Yes, exactly. Amazing. Anything else you want to speak to, Jen? I think that we'll put the link in the show notes, both for the Align to Six Figures free 5-day challenge. You can get instant access to that. We will put the link to the mastermind. If you're listening and you want to sign up right this second, it's creatrixmastermind.com/enroll. That will get you to the page to sign up, and you can pick your payment plan that works best for you. And then we'll put details in the show notes as well if you are somebody who wants to like scour through and understand what we're saying in a visual way.
Yes, yes. I am just so excited for this mastermind to really kick off. And I'm so excited to be back to talk with you again soon to continue our human design series.
Yeah, so Jen will be back for another episode very soon, and we have some really incredible topics. One of the topics that we're sharing this year is diving into my human design chart, which I personally can't wait for because I've just had so many takeaways from our experience and through doing this work myself. So I'm excited to share those with our listeners too.
Yes, I can't wait.
Amazing. Thank you, Jen, for being on, and we'll talk to you all real soon.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe wherever you are listening so you never miss a beat. For episode show notes, visit calandramartin.com/podcast. Your iTunes reviews and your sharing of the show helps us reach more magnetic bosses just like you. Until next time.